this is just basically them saying, like me taking someone else's content and reposting it as my own.
You done accused me of stealing. The only thing I'm stealing out here today is your face. You out of your mind? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So, in a nutshell, if you want to know how I got demonetized, good day, good people. Thank you for stopping by this edition of the Independent Mail. As you can see, we have donned the sunglasses, which typically does not happen on a live stream unless I am in mourning, typically from a loss from some video game of some sort. That's not the case today. We are mourning a great setback with the channel, my friends. Yes, we have been demonetized. Okay, if you saw the title and the thumbnail of today's video, you know that it is a serious video. In fact, it is a cautionary tale of what not to do on this platform and my experience dealing with it. All right, let's get right to it. Last week, I posted this short.
The robot in question, a half-finished humanoid dangling from a construction crane like a marionette, was meant to be going through a routine motion range test. Two engineers stood underneath, hands on tablets, reading out servo IDs.
And yesterday, I received this. Hey! You lose the shades. I thought it'd be more helpful if I could actually see. But anyway, I'm just kidding. That's not what happened. I'm gonna get straight into what happened and what not to do when using Streamyard and YouTube. Okay, so I'm currently studying for a license at work, and typically when I'm doing this, my channel goes dormant, which is not good of not being consistent with posting or whatnot, but that's typically what happens while I'm studying. So a couple of weeks ago though, I was given an opportunity to co-host a live stream with another YouTuber. All right, I was super excited about this. Number one, because I've been waiting to work with this individual for a while, and number two, it was going to give me an opportunity to post some good content, some current content, without spending a lot of time, like a couple of hours a week. This is going to be a win-win for me. Now, we've done about 5 of these live streams via Streamyard. This is where I messed up. Okay, this is the first place I messed up. I'll get into the second place I messed up a little bit later. Okay, as some of you may know, because a lot of you people are on the YouTube, okay, Streamyard gives guests the ability, to stream live to their channels if the host allows. Okay, now I did this with permission in 4 of the 5 live streams, with yesterday being the most recent. And also yesterday, with no strikes and no warning, boom, demonetization notice via email. So in a nutshell, long story short, I got demonetized for reuse of content. Basically, they were accusing me of stealing.
Are you saying I'm stealing? Me and you got to step out back.
Hey, it was just a misunderstanding.
No it ain't. It ain't no misunderstanding. Quick just accused me of stealing. And if you're gonna take up for Quick in here, we can all be some fighting mother.
The good old AI bots saw that the host had posted a video, and then I also posted the same video, and voila, I was demonetized and hit with a reuse of content violation. So this is just basically them saying, like me taking someone else's content and reposting it as my own.
You done accused me of stealing. The only thing I'm stealing out here today is your face. You out of your mind? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So in a nutshell, if you want to know how I got demonetized using Streamyard on YouTube, in a nutshell, that was it. But if you want to know about the less than freaking stellar experience I had with YouTube, you want to know about my gripes, and you want to know about what I do understand about the process now, please stay put, okay? The first thing that I hate about this whole overall process is that there seems to be too little human involvement, especially for a situation this grave. All right? This is worse than a revenue split. This is worse than a copyright strike, a copyright claim. Like, this is the big daddy of punishment, demonetization. And the fact that it's delved out by an AI alert with no human follow-up and a complex appeal process is somewhat agitating. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna share some of the important lessons I learned from all this. I'm also gonna go as far as to actually read the chat interaction I had with the YPP customer service rep the second time around in the day, just to give you a feel of the overall experience. You know how I told you earlier in the video that I was demonetized for using the guest stream feature in Streamyard while using the YouTube platform? Well, I didn't find that out from YouTube. Okay, I spent a total of 3 hours yesterday between the early morning time when I was at work and the evening, and I found out absolutely nothing about the videos that allegedly violated the policy. The only thing I kept getting were references of the policy and blurbs from the policy. But what video / and or videos actually violated the policy, they wouldn't say. Issue number 2. Besides spending all of that time with them and not getting any specific information about what video or videos violated the reuse policy, I'm not sure I ever contacted a human. And if I did contact a human, they have some kind of pre-scripted templates to answer questions, because a lot of the times the conversation in the chat either wasn't following what I had just said, or I would keep seeing responses that completely match responses I saw from someone else in the chat earlier that day. I mean, word for word. So either these are bots or they're humans that have specific templates that they use to answer a array of questions that may pop up in the chat. Either way, it's kind of useless, especially when you're dealing with, again, the heaviest penalty you can have on YouTube. This process is completely way too automated. But don't take my word for it. Let's check out the chat. My name is Madison. How are you today? Hi, Madison. Not so good over here. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for bringing this up. I understand that your channel got suspended in the YouTube partnership program. Yes, and I have no idea what video or videos supposedly violated policy. I know how important this is for you as a creator. I'd be glad to check on this for you. Is the URL in question blah, blah, blah? Yes. Thanks for confirming. Sure. Thank you. To help you better with this concern, I'll go ahead and check this matter further on my end. Is it okay if I place this chat on a hold for 5 minutes while I look into this? Yes. Thank you. Thanks for waiting. Are you still there? Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Let me share some information. Okay, thanks. As a participant in the YouTube Partner Program, you should meet several content quality guidelines. Here's a link. We've included some examples of content that don't meet these standards because it's seen as reused content. Here's a link and some descriptions of what the link says. Quite lengthy. This content does not provide significant original commentary or educational value. It may also mean that we've identified large portions of your channel that this goes off the screen, so I can't see the rest of it, but you understand where this is getting at. They're just giving me some policies of actually, which I've seen in several emails already, that led me to getting on this chat in the first place. But once again, I have no idea as to what video / and or videos they're talking about. All right, so as we can see here, this entire block of information are just more descriptions of policies and procedures, all of which I have seen several times in emails already, and I am trying to get information as to what videos allegedly violated these policies that they keep giving me descriptive links to. So this is where I am now. Okay. All right, here we are. Why am I getting these generic answers and nothing specific about my videos? We cannot provide specific. I guess it was supposed to finish saying specific information. I guess that actually would lead you to believe that this could have been a human. Although a lot of these answers are the exact same thing that I saw earlier when I was on chat for an hour, like word for word. So if it's not an AI chat box and it is indeed a human on the other end of this line, it seems that they have a lot of templates or drawn up messages that they're inserting into these conversations. But let us continue. They cannot provide specific. I'm gonna say specific information. I'm gonna say our internal team will review your channel as a whole. All right. I do not have any strikes on my channel, and now all of a, I'm sure that should say now. And now all of a sudden I'm getting accused of stealing.
Are you saying I'm stealing?
Well, why doesn't this internal team provide any information? I cannot reapply by correcting the videos, and I don't know what to correct. Just keep getting these generic guidelines. Reply, I understand how much you want to resolve your concern about the YouTube partnership program suspension. Today, you contacted us about the YouTube program suspension, and I truly appreciate your persistence in seeking a different solution. We've carefully examined your case and offered the best solution possible within our guidelines. I understand it may not be ideal, but it is the final decision we can provide. My retort, we work too hard on these channels for all of the ambiguity. I understand where you are coming from. I don't understand this. How is this policy acceptable? Please note that an appeal can only be done once. I am asking what to fix. What did I violate? Why are you guys making it a mystery? How can I correct something and I don't know what it is? We cannot provide specific information about the review process. So you guys just demonetize the channel and not say why. You're only citing a reuse policy, but won't say what it is I did. I understand. Let me transfer your concern to my supervisor. They will get back to you here on chat shortly. Please, please, please do that. Madison has added another chat partner. This chat partner is Kara. Kara has entered the chat. Madison has left the chat. And here we are with, hi there. Kara here, manager of the YouTube support experience team. Greetings. Please allow me a few minutes to go over your messages to make sure that I won't miss anything, Quintino. Are y'all getting some extra information here? Full government birth certificate names. No Q, no QT Dub, no Quentin. A lot of you guys know me by that. Full Quintino. Nice. X has joked that I am at risk of deportation because of this full name. Anyway, I digress. Thanks. Sure. I see you reached out about the demonetization of your YouTube channel due to reused content. I can imagine the importance of having this concern addressed. I am happy to take another look here. I'm in the process of pulling up your channel and my resources here. Yes, I have not had any strikes against my videos, so I have no idea what video or videos allegedly violated the YPP process. No one is able to tell me. They just say reapply in 90 days and remove the violating videos. I have no idea which one it is. The system is currently taking a bit longer to load your channel's data on my end. Hang on, please. I have recently been doing some live streams with another YouTuber via Streamyard, and we both stream to our channels. I am wondering if those videos triggered this. No worries to her previous reply. I appreciate you checking. May I pause the chat for 5 minutes while I am rechecking the details? Sure. Great. Please stay connected. I will. Thanks for your patience. Are you still with me? Yes, I am. Apologies for putting this chat on hold, but thanks for sticking around. No worries. I've been taking a closer look into your channel and found that Madison did her best to share relevant points with you about our reuse content policy and the status of your channel's monetization. Yes, I have seen the policy many times today, and I've been using a lot of my time trying to figure out what violated it. I understand you want to know which specific videos caused the suspension of your channel's monetization. We appreciate that you want to make changes to your channels to make sure that it's compliant. However, to prevent other users from circumventing the system and policies, we won't be able to provide specific videos. It doesn't make any sense for me to go from no violations to demonetization. Why aren't any of my videos flagged red or yellow? Why is this such a mystery? I don't understand why this is purposefully so difficult. As creators, we barely have any access to any help, and this is what we get. This guideline is to be sure that we are monetizing original content that adds value to viewers. In case you have added a funny, whatever that is, a thoughtful twist on the content you didn't originally create, then you've reworked the content in some way. In other words, reuse content is allowed if the viewer can tell that there's a remarkable difference between the original video and the video on your channel. So of course, I'm just getting more blurbs of regurgitated content guidelines, all of which I've seen and I've heard several times today or that day already. Okay, this is where I am at this point. We work ridiculously hard for every view, every sub, and we aren't even worthy of information. I have seen this blurb already. Are you a human talking to me or what? This could also be reinforced by the sheer volume of videos on a given channel as well. i.e., the first video may be original, but then the next video or making 1 or 2 changes to each version and uploading duplicates to the owner's channel own content multiple times. Again, spitting out freaking verbiage that I already know about the Ruels, not getting any specific information about what allegedly triggered this violation of reuse of me taking someone else's content and not adding any actual value or anything to it. All right. This is where I am again. Hello, are you a human? Yes, you are talking to a real person, and we'd like to highlight that information with you since we're unable to share specific videos from your channel. What good does it do to keep giving out these highlights without the specific videos in question? Our decision-making process is confidential and invokes multiple factors. We cannot disclose specific information to maintain fairness and protect the privacy of all users. This is ridiculous. I am the user. We'd encourage you to refer to the YouTube monetization policies to learn more about this. Link disclosed. Is there an actual person somewhere? Is there an actual person? So you guys haven't flagged any of my videos, demonetized my channels, and then just keep saying here are the guidelines. But we're going to keep it a secret as to what you allegedly violated though. I'm dumbfounded. You're chatting with a human. I understand you'd like to chat with someone else or escalate the issue, but unfortunately our team is the highest level of support available for this matter at this point. Again, I mean, it could be a human since there was a spelling error there, or again, messed up the cut and paste, but here we are. This team is the highest level of support, and all it does is put you on hold forever and give you a cut and paste guideline with no direction as to what video had the violation. I've spent over 3 hours on this today, and I still know nothing about what I allegedly reuse without adding significant content, humor, etc., etc. I hear your frustration, and it is completely understandable to feel that way when you're putting in a lot of effort. It's tough when things do not go as planned, but instead of focusing on the setback, please review the information at our help center and ensure that your future content follows our guidelines. I don't believe this. No, it's not understandable. If it was, you know what video it is. Where are the humans? This is the same stupid AI that flagged my channel in the first place. I really wish I had better news for you today, but this is the only information available to me at this time. This is a freaking mistake, and there are no people to correct it. What the F is going on? This is madness. You were giving the option to appeal on your YouTube studio for what you thought was a mistake. However, the video appeal was not approved because the channel URL was not included. Because of this, the channel monetization remains turned off. How is that the only information? Back to her again, because it's just pasting things in here and not actually going along with the conversation. Creators are eligible to reapply after 30 days if it's the initial application, or 90 days after suspension or subsequent rejection. To confirm that exact waiting period, you should sign in to the Earn tab on YouTube Studio. Going back to the URL thing with the approved video. Oh my God, what? What stupid URL? I was doing it from work. This sucks. I got a demonetization for no reason, then appeal denied for a URL. You things are completely effing me for no reason. I didn't even realize I said things. No reason. I truly understand how disappointing this situation is for you, and I want to acknowledge the effort you've put into contacting us. If you guys acknowledge the effort, you wouldn't be so cavalier about demonetization with no information. I like that. Demonetization with no information. Okay, let's go. These are the same talking points pasted from the guideline information. Where are the people? Unfortunately, after reviewing all possibilities, we're at a point where we're no longer able to change this decision, and for now, nor share specific details. So this platform basically just up and demonetizes you and says, sorry, we aren't going to tell you why, nor specific details. Freaking classic. Quote again. No specific details, nor specific details, nor specific details, nor specific details. We understand your frustration regarding the demonetization and the desire for more specific information. While we cannot overturn the decision at this time, we want to assure you that these decisions were not taken lightly and that they are a result of careful review based on our established policies. Careful review. I want to make sure you're still there. So if I think I'm following the policy and I'm not giving specific information, how do I correct it? How does this practice help? Yes, I'm still here. I'm trying to figure out how this is a practice, but I know how. We aren't important. Only the viewer is, especially someone with a small channel that barely gets views anyway. Who cares if we demonetize a channel and we don't tell them anything? Wow, this was a small channel, but it's mine. I thought I did everything according to policy. I purchased small channel licensed music. I edited video. I added humor. I added effects. I always delivered original commentary. I don't know what I did wrong. Spending all this time with you guys has been a huge help. Cannot believe this. You deserve finality at this point. Even if we wanted to continue to assist you, there is a limit to the information we can share and a limited number of appeals available for a creator. I didn't even get a proper appeal. I was like, oh, we don't see a URL. Denied. I get it though. We don't matter. Got it. Accepting things as they are is hard. I feel you. But there's no way we can alter the decision that's already final. Providing clarity from the get-go is what we do around here to help. We hope that concluding this chat will provide you with a sense of closure and allow me to assist other creators. I'll move this interaction into the email and send you a summary of our interaction at your email address in 24 hours for more efficiency. Take care and have a safe day, Quintino. Kara left conversation. Okay, now seriously, I get it. At the end of the day, I get it. I caused this by using the guest feature. Okay, I understand what it is. I also caused the overall suspension and having to wait to August because I messed up the appeal process. Because to be honest, I should have never messed with it and looked at it while I was working. It was like I saw the channel was demonetized. I was like, what the F? And really, to be honest, I ended up using that appeal process / video or whatever to ask a question. And it's like, that's not what it was. I didn't even see that it had a particular format until after I sent it already, which was why I didn't have the URL or whatever at the beginning of it, which was an automatic denial. So I get all of that. I get my part into this. But with all of that being said, I did learn some important lessons. Okay. Number one, I learned that when you're using the guest feature with Streamyard, stream to a platform other than the platform that the host is streaming to. I'm assuming that will probably trigger this reuse or this reuse of content alert on any platform. All right. So if you're going to do that as a co-host on a Streamyard stream, and the host allows you to stream it also, send it to a different platform other than the one you're using. Number two, I learned that on the YouTube and probably any other platform, the creator is not important. The viewers are important that watch the ads that they sell, that hopefully you generate for them if you are a large enough channel. And if you're not, you're definitely not going to be important. Okay, it's the viewer. So you need to understand how unimportant you are as a content creator and adjust your expectations accordingly, right? Number three, even as small content creators must diversify our platforms. We learn to diversify our investments. Well, as content creators, even as small ones, and a lot of times we're small because we have very limited amount of time that we can put it into these channels. But that being said, we got to figure out how to make it happen and diversify your platforms. And I don't mean just post on all of them. Strive to get monetized on different platforms. I put all of my little eggs into the YouTube basket, and only to realize how easily it can be taken over a misunderstanding, a mistake / BS. So that's another tip that I advise. I'm sure a lot of you bigger channels know this already. You're monetized everywhere, but smaller ones, we have to strive to try to do the same thing. So anybody who knows me, all right, knows that I will melt down at the drop of a dime. Okay, I can lose in a video game and it's a complete meltdown. All right.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do, which is just flip out!
Game to game, they
Run
came in
from
big
fucking
in this
third
one,
before
and
the
I think
fucker
they'll be
talked
looked
about-
upon
This
and
has
called
been the
upon in
worst
future games to help get the W as well.
And your final score here today, 2-1, a one-run.
But they also know that after I complete my meltdown, I'll be right back at it. And that's what we're doing here on the Independent Mail. Tim isn't going anywhere. We're just going to continue learning. All right. We're going to expand our platforms, all right, in which we stream and we post videos. We're going to learn from this mishap. We're going to grind all summer so that we can reapply in August and not make these mistakes again. And so hopefully you guys haven't done this before. And if you already knew not to do it, awesome to you. I obviously, as you see, I learned the hard way. If I can keep you from making this mistake by watching me do it, that's really what I want you to get out of this video. So I really hope you can avoid something like that, because as you see, it's very easy to do. I wasn't thinking anything of it because I'm like, oh, it's my content. Also, I'm co-hosting the show, not seeing it from the lens of, oh, duplicate, material. So anyway, I appreciate you guys checking this out. All right, to the next time, peace. Stay informed.